And it's rule 9 of 10 rules of how to write a brilliant book. And I'm Dale. So rule 9 is make the time to write. Now, we talk about making time all the time about, I haven't got time to do this, and you get distracted by other things. So I'm going to tell you what I do. When I'm writing, I will get up earlier, and I'll just literally come and sit in the office in my jammies, or I'll take my computer into bed and sit with a cup of tea. So I kind of stack my habits. So it's like cup of tea, first thing in the morning, write about 1,000 words. So it's more about understanding how you like to write, getting rid of those distractions and making that time. I know we can't make time. I know there's only 24 hours in a day, but it's doing something so that you give yourself that gift of time to do something that's important. And if you wrote 1,000 words a day in 30 days, you'd have 30,000 words. So it's about doing something that turns that into a habit. Now, it's also really important to know that this is about self-discipline. So if you have a book to write or a course to create or whatever it might be, it's saying to yourself that this is important and that you must do it, because otherwise your book's never going to get written, or your chapter's never going to get written. Think about how you do things. So when it comes to a writing practice, how is this going to work for you? Why will it work? How do you know? Try it out and then remember why it works. So for me, it's about environment. So if I'm journaling, I like to journal cozy, tucked up in bed, or cozy, tucked up on the sofa. But it's cozy is my thing. I like to be all cozied up, and then I feel it's the right time to journal. When I'm writing, I like to get up really early. But then, if I've got a project going on, like I've got a project going on at the moment, I get up at 6 o'clock. I come and sit in here in my pajamas and just get on with it. And then I have my shower and I go and walk my dogs. So when you think about your writing, it is how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you've got something that's really important, it's a project, find what works for you. Things like, as well, you might like noise. So you might say, well, what I'm going to do is at 10 o'clock every morning, I'm going to go to this wonderful cafe for the next 30 days, eat cake, write chapter. Or you might do it at night, but it's working out why it works for you and how you are going to make it work, and then stick at it. Because if you do something that you're forcing yourself to do that isn't right, you're not going to do it. So the next thing then is plan for distractions. Determine what your priorities are, and then just find different ways to have your time and space. Now, you might live in a home where the kids and dogs and partners and stuff like that, and it's really about becoming aware of your needs and making a list of people in your life who violate your boundaries, and then set really good assertive boundaries and change your actions and behaviors so that those strong boundaries are in place. So think about the ways that you can tell other people that you are working and you need your space. Now, many years ago, I lived with somebody who wasn't very good at giving me my space, and so I made a poster. I made 2 posters. One was very rude and one was very nice. And I would go down to him and I'd say, when this poster is on my door, which it's going to be in 3 minutes, you are not to come into my office. Oh, he tried to violate my boundaries all the time. But every time I said, here's the poster, when you see this in 3 minutes, do not come in, eventually he left me alone. But it was hard. It was hard work. Clear your schedule. List out the activities and meetings and things that you've got going on. Are they important? Are they a priority? Can you give them to someone else to do? So I give a lot of my stuff to my VA, and that frees up time then for me to do the things that are important to me. You could do a time tracker. Look at where you're spending your time. Are you a busy fool? Are you spending the time that you could be writing doing something else? I mean, only you are going to know the answers to these. So here's a thing to do. Set a timer either on your phone or on some other device. So mine is get up an hour earlier, set a timer. The way I would work is I'd normally work for 55 minutes, change my state, i.e. go for a dog walk, and then if I wanted to give myself that gift of another 55 minutes, I would set the timer again. But one of the ways I set a timer for work is I use an app called Brain FM. I put it on the creativity thing, and then when that stops, I know I've got to go and do something else. So things to try: write in different places till you find the right environment. Make the space your own. So if you like crystals and candles and aromatherapy and stuff like that, talk to the people that overstep your boundaries. Use the I word. I would appreciate it if. I feel that when so use the I word, be assertive, write out your distractions and find ways of overcoming them, making them go away. Do the time tracker, get up early, work in chunks. So they're different things that you could try to do for yourself. So my questions are: how will you find the time to write? How will you feel when you have created that space and you've got your work done? How will you determine what is a good use of your time and resources? And what if you could find, make, create, have the time? Will you do all of the writing? Now, I'm not suggesting you're going to outsource your writing, but there might be different ways, like you could talk to your phone. So if you don't particularly want to sit and write, you could talk into an application like otter.ai. And I just want to ask you again, how do you feel about writing either a chapter for a book or a book that's on your mind? How do you feel about it? Because if it's the right book, if it's the right book for right now, I'm going to give you all the things that you want, and there's a strong enough why, you'll get it done. So I'm Dale. You can find me at daledarley.com and head to books, and underneath there's lots and lots of different resources for you.